Hello from Portland. Obviously all the big news this week was the events in Boston, but I also read an article a couple days ago I wanted to do a video about. The Boy Scouts of America are proposing a compromise policy where instead of excluding all gay and lesbian adults and kids from scouting, they will allow gay identified kids to participate but not adults. I have a couple of thoughts about this. One is, I'm not one of those people who just is opposed to any kind of compromise and who thinks it has to be all or nothing, and I understand that attitudes don't change overnight, and sometimes you have to have kind of transitional policies, or you have to create some room for people to change their minds. I understand all that. But this compromise strikes me as a really bad idea, and in some ways worse than just leaving it alone. Because the message it sends is not one of equality, it's one where gay and lesbian adults are seen as something either to be feared or, at the very least, not to be around kids or not to influence kids. The idea that having gay and lesbian adults around kids is going to make them gay or put them in some kind of danger is ridiculous. It's not an area where reasonable people could disagree. It's ridiculous. And I posted about this on my Facebook page when they announced the policy, and I quoted an old Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns is trying to do good and ends up doing terrible things, and Lisa says, "You're evil, and when you try to be good, you're even more evil." And this just strikes me as someone in the Boy Scouts trying to make the bad publicity go away by proposing a compromise that's really more insulting to gay and lesbian people than just doing nothing. If whoever is controlling the Boy Scouts of America is not ready to join us all in 2013, I just as soon they leave the policy as it is and let families make their decisions about whether to participate with an organization that doesn't value equality. And I'm always pretty careful to distinguish between the people that run the Central Boy Scouts of America operation and the many, many, many families who participate in the programs throughout the country. I know that a lot of those families are very conflicted and very upset about having to basically violate their own values when their kids participate in scouting programs. I think it is terrible that the Scouts are putting people in this position. You know, even assuming that the people who run Boy Scouts of America don't care about the gay and lesbian people they're excluding, they're causing a lot of pain and unnecessary conflict for straight families who would like their kids to be able to participate in activities without having to endorse discrimination. And I really hope that at some point the Boy Scouts become capable of getting beyond these prejudices. But until then, I'd rather they not adopt a policy that doesn't really include gay and lesbian people and really manages to insult them even more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.